Yo, alright. About to get into this, boss man. So today we is finna be talking about investing. Okay. Oh Lord, pressing the wrong stuff already. So we about to rock our Blake chart. And we want to come over to let's start off with the video, right? Okay. So daily chart. Last thing we do. All right, cool. So the most important thing that we want to see, right, is that we see that over time the charts go up, right? And now I'm cheating a little bit with this switch because this is actually my long leaps play. So like pretty much almost all of these companies are going to be pretty much great companies. As you can see, we just kind of do a little scroll down. That most of these companies go to the upside, right? See this? Just so I've already cheated, right? But as you can see that my filter actually works. I'm able to identify. Look at this. Look at our little supply box down here. We're able to identify companies, right? What you want to do is you want to identify the best companies in the market, and you want to buy these companies on a pullback. So, for example, we have this company like AppLovin. So, this company ran up, right? Pull back here, you bought it here, ran up, pull back here, you bought it here, ran up, pull back here, you bought it here, ran up, pull back here, etc. Right? So you might be like, well, Zay, how do I know when I can get into these pullbacks? See, the market, there's a million, bajillion, carillion, lillion, million ways that you could identify when to get into the market, right? And one of the um, best ways to actually look on how to get into the market, if I can ever find the tool, is going to be anchored volume profile, right? We could do let's do fixed range. Okay, right? So say for instance, we're here, right? Actually, let's do this instead. Cool. Let's do this. Okay. So what we want to do is we're here, right? Our last cool little pullback was between here and here. We kind of went straight up for the most part, right? And it probably would be better to even mark these charts out on a oh Lord, I lost the tool. It would probably be better to mark these charts on a weekly, but we'll just stick to the daily for now. Right, so we kind of looking at this right now. The only other thing I will do is I will extend it, right. Okay. Now hopefully my chart loads, because if it doesn't load, then one of the two things: either we're SOL, or we can't back test it. Yay! Yay! Unless I can turn off extend. Will that help us? No. All right, cool. All right. Well, that's fine. We don't need to do this anyways. I was gonna try to make it a little cooler for you guys. Not cooler, but super cooler. If you watch DBZ, then you know what I'm saying, baby. You dig me? You dig? All right. Anyway, so boom. Anyways, come here, right? So we will do this, and then what this will actually show us is any investment opportunities we have, right? So you'll want to actually get into this at the POC or below for investing, right? The POC would be fair market value, so this is fair market value, right? So you want to get it here, right? Now, there's a million different ways that you can plot this. What I usually like to do is like a trailing 12 month, which is pretty cool. That works, and the way you can actually do that is, see, we have this anchored volume profile, which is in the same place as here, but you'll come down to anchored volume profile, for example, right? And what you would do is you would come over to 1 year, right? So it'll show you okay, first of all, let's fix this. You'll do 1 year, and it'll show you the last year of candles. And what you would actually do is you would come here, and then it would show you if we're overvalued or undervalued based on the last year, right? So this will actually show you good buying opportunities. And as you can see, that the volume profile works as a good support. So we touched here, we came back down to here, right? It also shows you volume from the side as well. So this is one of the easiest ways to know if you're overvalued or undervalued. The only thing with this is, and then so it cuts off the price, so you have to come into, you have to bring it all the way over here, then it would skew the prices. Now I would say definitely you can do something of the sorts, like you could do like a 1 year, you could do like a 5 year, which they do have. I wonder if they let us do a 5 year. Let's see. Yeah, it's probably gonna switch the charts, right? So this is the 5 year. So we'll do is throw like another anchor volume profile over here, right? You can do like a 3 month and 6 month, and that's pretty much good. The other thing you miss would be like a 2.5 year, which is a quarter decade. But what we could do is we could come over to this 1 year, and we could, I guess, delete it for the time being right quick. So this shows us that over the last 5 years, we're actually above value, and to get other value, which we sold a lot. We had a lot of vibe down here. We wanted to come all the way back down here. Now that's probably kind of improbable, so that'd be fine. So all we'll do is just bring that back up here, right? And then we'll get rid of the 5 year because that's kind of absurd. And instead, what we'll do is we'll work our way down. So we could actually do like a year to date. You could probably put like a year to date on there if you wanted to. Let's see. And you got to see where we at for the beginning of the year. Okay, so that's cool. So basically, for the most part, PLC. So basically, year to date and year, we're kind of sitting strong. So anything other than 461.38 position, we're probably doing good. A nice little demand zone. So as you can see, we kind of created us a little demand zone up in here. So we could kind of be looking for price to come back into this zone here, and then looking to buy back up. So come down to this box, we buy up, come down to this box, buy up. So we coming down to this box right now, actually on app 11. So we could be expected to actually return back to the upside. Also, as you can see here, we have these volume nodes, right? It's kind of a little hard to see on here, but you can see that we have these volume nodes. Every time we get to these volume nodes, right, these are where the most volume transacted based on a level, right? So these are going to be good support and resistance levels as well. So if we actually just delete this, right, we mark out our volume nodes like here. I'm going to show y'all that these actually work as support and resistance levels once we actually kind of zoom it out. You got another one like kind of right up in here. It's kind of cool. Something like right in here, something like that, right? I'll clean this one up just a little bit. Something like here, something like that, right? And I'm about to show you how clean these support resistance levels is. Okay, cool. Now check this out, right? Check this out. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. See? There's no way I could have like eyeballed that. You know what I'm saying? That's perfectly on here. If we actually zoom in, it's a little tough to see. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of a little tough to see. There we go. Anyways, I probably could make that look a little better. But anyways, you probably could barely see it. But there's a volume node right in here that comes across and stretches. Why does it work like that? Because it is a high volume node, which means it's a high point of resistance. So we come here, stretch it out here. What do you see? Resistance, right? So we got a volume node here that came up, spiked it, sent it back down, right? What do we have here? Boom. This is PLC. Why is this PLC? This is where all the fair value contracted, right? So you're going to see price hang around in here the most. You're going to see price react to this level the most. Either it's going to go straight through or it's going to consolidate here. This PLC is a consolidation range, right? Okay, and then lastly but not least, even though we already know it, boom, we come down here, we build up in this box, right? So there's a million different ways you can kind of use this. So we do it the year to date and the yearly. But as you can see, these are all areas of interest, right? So boom, you come in here, you can invest in here, you can sell some at PLC because we might bounce back down. Like it happened right here, we came through it, bounce back down, right? You can use it to load back up, sell here, you know, bounce back up, come back down, load back up, sell, you know, go up here, etc. But anytime you get to these value area highs, these are usually oversold areas. So as you can see, we came up to this value area high. Let's see, actually what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that right quick. All right, cool. So we got rid of the year to date. We on the yearly one right now. So basically, we came up to this value area high, then we pushed back down to PLC, then we came back up and hit it to this box right here, then touch value area high. Then from this box, it sent it all the way through PLC and down here. Could be possibly coming down and touching this value area a little, but we don't know. But we did come into this demand box. So, hey, also, we can continue to spread this all the way over here. And as you can see, the demand zone kind of touched up in here too. So I like this better than support and resistance, because support and resistance is usually one line. Supply and demand is going to show you an area of interest. So as you can see, we have pretty much every interest. We could just keep dragging this box over here actually. And I would actually kind of clean it up a little bit. I probably might even put that year to date back on so I get a cleaner box, because I did kind of like how that box printed for us. So we're going to actually do that right quick. Let's put on a year to date and let's start it here. Cool. All right. So our box is pretty already accurate. We was already accurate with the box for the most part. It's cool. Still like that, right? All right, cool. So this is a nice accurate box. So as you can see, we kind of came in here, supply, came down here, touched it neatly, pushed it back down, came up here, right? Built up, sent it up to the goddamn moon. From here, we pushed it back down. You kind of see like you got like a nice little volume low. And when I see these high volume nodes, all we doing is looking for volume to peak off, right? But for the most part, this is pretty much how you get into investing, right? Invested into the dips, right? Because people be like, well, how do you buy the dips? And you can't buy the dips, and buying the dips is not. Yes, it is, bro. Volume literally shows you where this literally is showing you where institutions are interested, right? The way you know what institutions are interested is going to always be volume. It's always going to be volume. It's always going to be volume. It's 100% always going to be volume, right? So this is how institutions are interested, is in volume. So this shows you, right? So you might be like, well, I was taught the dollar cost average. Have you ever heard of dollar cost averaging into the dip? Oh, you did it? Well, we ain't covering that in this one, but I'm going to holler at y'all on the next one. I might cover it there. See y'all in the next video.